Hey everybody, Zeli back again, doing some more recorded content. Got our boy Dropkick Bomber coming back finally onto Moto. So this card came out forever ago. Oh, right. Moto had a major update, and now I can't zoom in. So this is a 3 mana, so 2 and a red for a 2/3. Notable 2/3 there. Other goblins get +1/+1, and then you can pay a red until end of turn, exile another target goblin you control. Until end of turn, another target goblin you control gains flying, and when it deals combat damage, sacrifice it. So you get dudes flying per turn, so you can chump block Murktides and stuff, and punt Goblin Lackey over a bunch of Eldrazi heads to put Muxus into play. That's the idea. I am 2-0 in a league right now, so I think my plan is I'm going to finish this league, see what happens, and then we'll play 2 other matches. So it's still a 5-match video. And then the other thing I wanted to do is talk about another new card that is not out yet, but will be out. I actually don't know when, but soon-ish, I presume. And that is Draconautics Engineer. So this is pretty interesting. So Exhaust is a pretty straightforward ability. It's just like you can activate it one time. Each exhaust ability. That's the flavor text explains, or the explanatory text explains, I guess. So this card, it's sort of like a cheaper to activate Battlecry Goblin, but it doesn't pump your team. It just gives everybody haste. But shaving a whole mana off is pretty significant. So this means, flipping this with Muxus, if you just have a Skirk Prospector anywhere, you can just give all your other creatures haste, and then it becomes a 3/3. It's kind of a bummer it doesn't give itself haste. But still, I think that's like a pretty useful ability. Something you could do would be like turn 3, vial this in, and then like haste double lackeys or something like that. There's some interesting utilities you can come up with that ability. But the second ability, I think, is the more exciting ability, in that you just get to make a 4/4 flying dinosaur dragon with flying. Generating flyers is something I'm interested in for goblins in general, hence why I like Dropkick Bomber. It also just like a big stat boost. So, if your 2/2 becomes a 3/3 and then makes a 4/4, that's a lot of mana investment, but you're getting a lot of free value. And so, 2 drops that are mana sinks are appealing. Now, the problem with the card is that, if you don't really activate it, it's just a Grizzly Bear. So I think it's gonna come down to like how often are we activating the 4 mana ability. And I can imagine, doing a lot of like Skirk things with that, where it's like you got 2 mana, a Skirk, and an Engineer in play, and your opponent, kills one. I would just pretty easily sack both to create a 4/4. Instant speed, uncounterable 4/4 is pretty strong, especially against like Delver decks. Like it just blocks the DRC for free. Delver can't attack. Murktide will outsize it. But, if you've got a 4/4 and maybe a 3/3 in play, then you might just be able to race. So it's a lot of potential in a 2-drop, I think. Something that's a 2-drop that scales. Usually the issue with like a lot of other 2-drops is that they're good on turn 2 and then not much after. 61 cards. I feel like I'm about to get oopsed, but a lot of oops doesn't play 61 anymore. We'll see. Lotus Petal. Yeah, it doesn't bode well for... Hey, it's oops. All right, so this is mono black. Take a quick screenshot here. Reference that later. Okay, so the thing I really want to take notice of is how many Poxwalkers are there. 1, 2 Poxwalkers. Okay, so I think Pyrokinesis should be good here. Am I boarding in 15 cards? Probably not the Trash Master. Okay, so Vial, Sting Scourger, Ringleader. Probably not a Dropkick matchup. Cut 2 Experts for room. 2 Sear Slicers. Yeah, let's do this. That's not really anything. Kind of crazy that Mindbreak Trap doesn't do anything anymore. Opponent kept 7. Like, we've got a good... I think we can go to deeper. All right, we're going to Leyline. All right, found a Leyline. So I think I'm keeping Sear Slicer. I probably don't need to keep Reb. So I'll keep Bombardiers. All right, so we'll do... Matron's gone. This. I think I'm doing this because this presents the fastest clock. Without needing a lot of other pieces. Oh, we got Force of Vigor. Makes sense. All right, we're dead on turn 1. Cool. Maybe. Opponent's thinking about thought seizing me. Cabal Therapy, name Mindbreak Trap. So we want to surveil into Grafdigger's Cage, or like Chalice, I guess. Name's Flute. Okay. Wasteland would be acceptable. Ancient Tomb. Oh, I wish I could keep you, Ancient Tomb. I might have to keep Ancient Tomb. I might have to bet that my opponent just doesn't have the Informer yet, or the Spy, and I just need to, like, win as fast as possible. I think that's the bet. Rather than digging for, like, a 2 of Chalice or a 1 of Cage, I think clocking them is probably a better percentage. Okay. Let's do a little math here. So if I play Sear Slicer, like if I play a Lackey, and then I top deck Sling Gang, Matron, Muxus, then the lackey is better. So that's 7 cards, 6 cards, 7 cards. Versus playing the Sear Slicer, I make a token. Next turn I would attack for 5. 5 plus 4, so it's a 2-turn clock. I think it's a 2-turn clock anyway. Because then this turn I attack for 3. If I draw nothing, I put in Sear Slicer, make a token. Probably sack it. So that's 5. I go to 8, and then it's 8. Yeah, I'll play lackey. No. Oh, okay. Chalice, that's pretty good. All right, I think Chalice on 1 makes the most sense here. Cut off Dark Ritual. Nice. All right. So my opponent kept a hand because it had Force of Vigor, and not because it was good. Nope. Nope. Double Leyline Lackey. All right. Bam, bam. Now, I know my opponent's playing Force of Vigor, so it might seem weird to keep both ley lines rather than another action spell. But these decks also play non-Force of Vigor leyline answers. So, also I might draw a 3rd piece of hate, at which point I'm glad I, you know. All right, no Force of Vigor. Opponent might play a Spy here. Or a Informer, yeah. Now, if I think my opponent has a Force of Vigor, I need to Pyrokinesis right now. I don't really want to pitch a Matron. But if I wait... it's awkward. It's very awkward. I guess I can read that they don't have Force of Vigor because they would have just killed me if they had Force of Vigor. Unless they drew it for turn. Okay, now we just wait. Getting in for 1 doesn't matter. Okay, now what? Could get Broadside. Could just get Muxa still and just bank on drawing a red card. I do have a bunch of those. I think I do that. This is pretty funny. So now we want any land Hey, there's Nature's Claim. Alright. So now we're naked. We can start attacking. Broadside's pretty good. So they go to... Do I throw Matron this turn? They go to 11, and then they take 3 plus 6. I think I'm just going to assume that I'm going to draw stuff, so I should throw the Matron. Okay, that doesn't count as stuff. Next turn I'll throw the Lackey, because then they can't play a land untapped. Oof. Alright, that was close. Let's go round 2. Can stat him. I don't really like this hand. It's just pretty clunky. I do like this hand. Now, am I keeping Double Cavern, or am I keeping Mountain for the Dropkick? And having a basic. It's a good question. I don't know if my opponent... So Adam plays... Used to be a lands guy, but now he plays more variety. Cavern or Mountain? I'm going to say Cavern because if I start the game on Mountain, then I can go Mountain Ancient Tomb and preserve the Cavern until Ringleader comes down. Foothills. Forest. Birds. Okay. Looks like Nadu then. I guess that makes sense to play Nadu, yeah. Okay, second vial is not good. Though I wonder if it's better than developing Dropkick right here, because I might want to be able to Ringleader into a 1-drop. I think that actually makes more sense. Could be dead here, to be honest. Might be dead here. Cradle. No Cradle. Alright. It's pretty easily dead next turn. Okay, well, so is he. So I was gonna be, so he needs Zenith, Natural Order, Nadu, or Chord. It's a lot of cards. I'm very likely dead here. He would have to be flooded. Springheart. Okay. Okay. That's also bad for me. there's Cord. Okay. We actually could, you know, if the top card was like Muxus, then the Dropkick punting lackey would be good actually, which is kind of funny. Okay. Magus is a maybe. Chalice is pretty good against that deck. Mindbreak Trap is like vaguely interesting. Sting Scourger's bad. I think I do want the Magus. Because the deck wants fetch lands really badly. And then I think I cut the Vials. Flute. Flute is really mediocre because they have Nomads, Shaman, and Sylvan Safekeeper, plus multiple ways to get Nadu into play without casting Nadu. So like Flute on Nadu doesn't really do anything. I think this is good on the play at least. This hand's kind of the nuts. Be a little sad if there's a Swords to Plowshares, but it can beat basically everything else. No! Prismatic Ending. Fine. That's not a good draw. I really wanted a red card. Let's Surveil here. Safekeeper. Birds. Sure. It's interesting. So I think the order I do this in is Surveil, then Wasteland the Savannah, then Expert the Birds, and then maybe Pyrokinesis both. I'm trying to extract as much destruction out of... Alright, I don't need a second Wasteland, but I mean, if I'm blowing up all of his lands, it's like pretty good, but then I have nothing. I don't know how many basics that deck plays. So it's possible, like, if he sacks this forest, then he doesn't... Then the second Wasteland is always good. I think I really want a red card. That's a good draw. Protects the Safekeeper. I'm going to see if he bites on this. Okay. I mean, it leaves me with nothing, but I think my nothing plus a cage is probably favored. Yeah, okay. Okay. The snap concession. Alright, maybe I want one flute on the draw. over like a ringleader, though I did really want a red card. I could cut Sling Gang. Sling Gang doesn't actually do anything in this matchup. I do also think Mindbreak Trap on the draw could be justifiable. Dropkick doesn't really do anything in this. I mean, it lets Lackey attack into 1/1s, of which there are many, and attack over some mana dorks. I don't think Lackey's really what the game is. Well, Lackey is an important part of the game plan, but like Lackey putting in Muxus specifically isn't that important. I'm gonna hedge a little bit. It's possible the second flute is better than my break trap. Is this turn 2 Magus? On the draw, though, I feel like that's not really good enough. This hand doesn't present another plan. Like, if my Prospector dies as well, it's, like, really bad. Okay. Alright, we'll keep off the back of Pyrokinesis. Bottom ringleader, because if I draw Lackey, then I want Lackey, Pyrokinesis, Muxus. If I draw kind of anything else, then I'll pitch the Muxus. And I'd rather have the ringleader in my deck, I think. Downside, I guess, is if like I draw like an Ancient Tomb and I want to like play a ringleader on turn 3. Wasteland. Yeah, I think I should do that to try to lead him into overplaying into Pyrokinesis. He might not do that, but it's hard for this deck to avoid doing that. Alright, that's a good way to not do it. That was a good draw. I don't think just killing Birds of Paradise is enough value from this Pyrokinesis. It kind of sucks if I just die to land Nadu here. God damn it. Alright, well, I'm dead. Do I have any outs here? Not really. Yeah. I probably should have played more conservative and just killed the birds. Or not fired off the Wasteland. I mean, if I don't fire off the Wasteland, I probably lose too, because then he just plays Nadu on turn 2. So yeah, I probably should have just taken my medicine and 2-for-1'd myself killing birds. I think I presented a not coherent game plan then, because I didn't if I'm wastelanding on turn 1, then I kind of have to fire off the Pyrokinesis. It was smart of him to just play Nomads. Yeah, alright. The deck has 4 Nadus, but it has like 11 other ways to get Nadu. I guess it's just 8 now. Might just be 8 now. I don't know if they played Natural Order anymore. So generally you're supposed to not play around natural Nadu, I think. But in terms of numbers, but I think in terms of game plan, I should have there. Do I keep this? Turn 2 Sear Slicer, and then kind of like Wasteland plus Expert is appealing. It's like, how fast is the format right now? It's like pretty fast. Can you keep a 2-drop hand on the play? No Cavern. It's a little, like, if I had a Cavern, it might be a little more appealing, because I can just get dazed really easily in this hand. Small again. Alright, well, at least we have a Cavern now. We'll bottom second Cavern, I guess. Could bottom the basic as well, since I'm surveilling on turn 1. Yeah. Opponent's on 5. Okay. So this could be Doomsday, Black Tempo, Black Reanimator. Okay, so probably Tempo. Hand's not bad against Tempo, but I do think the game's going to sort of depend on whether or not the Sear Slicer gets Bowmastered. Ringleader. I think I already have a 4-drop. I do want the gas, but I think it's just a little too expensive. I'm looking for more 2s and 3s. Of course. Of course. Ancient Tomb was on top. What a fool. What a fool I was. Well, could really regret that one. Alright, not getting Bowmastered, that's cool. And I can't kill this plus Wasteland me, so we either get a Sear Slicer trigger or get a Sling Gang down. Lackey, alright. Taking the 2, alright. I could play Boggart here to prevent a Murktide. That does have some appeal, doesn't it? It does have some appeal. I think this is still better. It's just a lot more pressure. Like, if my opponent plays a Murktide, I can still, like, attack. And 4 cards isn't that many to hit with Boggart. My opponent's deck probably plays Necrogoyf. Or, yeah, that guy. Alright, so now we get to do a pretty fun play. So we just let damage resolve. But now this kills the Goyf with state-based effects. I do wish I had my ringleader back. So now they're going to push Sear Slicer. Bolt. Oh. Oh. Oh, okay. So this is Grixis Delver, I guess. But now we just have such a wide board, I'm pretty sure I can just attack all every turn. Opponent can play like a 4/4 Murktide. Be tapped out, take a bunch. Preordain, alright. 5/5 Murktide. Bottom. A little fucked up that we just bogged them and they're gonna cast Murktide, but you know. No Murktide. Sting Scourger. Not a good draw, we'll say. Bowmasters. Nope. Okay. So you're at 6. I could play the Sting Scourger as just a 6-mana 2/2. But I feel like just holding it has to be enough. We're so far ahead. Okay, not the best draw. Bolt that, okay. So you take 4. I'll play this so I can't get wasted off of Sting Scourger Echo. Don't think my opponent can beat 5 attackers. Like even if they can go blocker or blocker removal spell, it's still not enough. Molten Collapse, good to know about. So, I mean, if I had played the Sting Scourger last turn, I would have lethal, but... Alright, so Grixis Delver with Bolts, Molten Collapse, Goyf. I wonder if I want Leyline. It just makes so many other cards worse. I normally hate Leyline against Delver, but I don't know if my opponent might not be playing actual Delver. We're paying Echo on Sting Scourger, which I don't think I've done in, like, years. Alright. Concedes to Echo paid. Alright. definitely want these, and then I'm going to hem and haw about Chalice. I don't think I do Leyline, but it's sort of tempting, honestly. Like, Goyf plus DRC getting shut down. Murktide. There's Brazen Borrower, which is annoying. Not just annoying, like a huge problem for Leyline, like structurally. But I don't know. It just seems really good here. Do like 2 Pyrokinesis. Cutting 5 cards is really hard though. Prospector's easy. 1 Ringleader. I don't really want to do more than that, so I'd have to start trimming these cards. I can live with 1 Pyrokinesis. And then do I trim a Lackey? It's 26 creatures. It's not great. Can't cut a land in this configuration, I think. I'm going to try this. I'm not thrilled about it. Now this is the issue. Do you mold a Leyline? His hand's like kind of not good anyway. Alright, but now I have to keep his hand because his hand's very good. But now I have Leyline of the Void in my deck. So that's the immediate issue that has shown itself. Is it the Ancient Tomb? It's really bad if the Vial gets dazed. But so if I draw a Leyline, it would be a Lackey or a Pyrokinesis, most likely. So we can evaluate that if it happens. They do have Delver. Okay, so they're just like super low to the ground, which is interesting to note. All right. That's such a troll. File resolves. That's cool. Delver flips to Molten Collapse. That's a disaster. Yeah, if this was a Lackey or a Pyrokinesis, it'd be a lot better for me. It'd be a lot better. If I draw a Lackey here, then I can kill the Delver. Oh, we're dead. I'm straight up dead to this Molten Collapse, huh? Yeah, I'm dead. Okay. Honestly, I'm gonna concede because I'm paralyzed. I can't play. I guess I have to hope my opponent has no Descend, which is kind of impossible. But you know. Yeah. All right. All right. Might seem like an early concession, but I am dead. All right. Let's not do the Leyline thing, huh? Chalice, though, they're playing 12 1-drop threats. I'm definitely boarding in Chalice. And we'll keep the Ringleader out, I guess. Yeah. Kind of want to lead on a basic. Kind of want to surveil. Could lead on a wasteland. It gives up the info though. I think I'm just going to lead on the basic. And then I'm just going to wasteland them 2 turns in a row. If they play turn 1 DRC, I might expert it rather than wasteland. Maybe depends on whether or not they have bobble. Okay, well, now the wasteland is extremely easy choice to make. Just waste an upkeep to play around Stifle. Play a Delver. No, okay. It's fine. So we're looking for Matrons. Lackey's pretty good here. Ringleader's good here. Any of the 2 drops are good, basically. Okay. If this Vial dies, we do have a problem. Opponent is hitting land drops and not casting anything, which is bad for me. Feels like this Vial is going to die before it gets to 4. Okay, second Vial. Do you have another land? Delver's not really built to hit 4 land drops in a row. I mean, it happens, obviously, but... Alright, it happened. I'm losing my Vial. I'm sad. Yeah. That sucks. If we had a 3-drop there, they would be pretty screwed. Now I might lose just to a big dude. Oh my god. These vials, these additional vials not being lands is pretty bad for me. Yep, now I get wastelanded and they play Murktide and I lose. Yeah, okay. They might not have Murktide in their deck, to be fair. Like, how many threats are they playing? Alright, so we've seen bolts. Seer Slicer. So Valiant Expert now plays around Hydroblast, or... I could cast Seer Slicer. It's bad against Daze. Maybe I should have held my Cavern, but it seemed bad if I just draw the 4th land then. I really feel like I'm gonna get Hydroblasted if I just play. It's frustrating. Yeah. Wow, fucking called it. That's crazy. So let's see if they have the days as well. They didn't. Fuck, dude. Another wasteland. Do you have a second Molten Collapse? Jesus Christ. Alright, well, that's a disaster on like every level. I guess I just fucked up. I should have just played into the days. Playing around days costs you so much. Should have just played the Seer Slicer. Double Molten Collapse is kind of crazy, though. Alright, Reb. Would have been good last turn. I'm going to blast this because I need my opponent's hand to be bad. Now they have a daze. Okay. Alright. Alright. I think I played this game about as wrong as one could play it. That was just not. I had the read on the Hydroblast and I just kind of hand waved it as not likely, but it was extremely likely. I just gave my opponent a land drop for free. Plus a card to make their brainstorm better. Alright, we gotta draw Matron for Bog. I guess they only have 2 cards. This fucking 4-drop sitting in my hand all game. It's possible I went wrong wastelanding them, but I don't know. I think when you have double wasteland and you know that their Vile requires 2 different colors, 2 mana in their Delver deck, like, you gotta pin them on that. It's like really quite unlikely that they can cast spells. Alright, now we're gonna take 6. Can't even ringleader into that much, to be honest. I think we're pretty dead here. Just the error on the... If this was dead, we would be in pretty good shape, actually. We'd be taking 3, and they would have surveilled less. And I would have a 1/1 in play. No, I guess the expert would have died to the Molten Collapse. Bobble. A little frustrating to have 3 vials and it's taken to turn 9 to get one of them to 4. Alright, that's a good draw. Alright. Chances of winning have drastically improved. Matron. So we're going down to 7. So this is the question: is it a race, or am I dragging the game out? Opponent very easily could have a bolt, so I'm tempted to bog. I could expert here. If they have a third wasteland, then that's really bad. I could go Battle Cry, then if I draw a land, I can probably swing for lethal. So that'd be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Plus Slingang drains. So a bolt wouldn't stop me. I do have to draw the land though. And not get wastelanded. Boggart's an option, but I think they probably rebuild too quickly. Like between the two turn cycle. I'm gonna go Battle Cry. I think playing too defensively could really screw me over. So they're looking for third wasteland. I'm looking for a land. Or removal spell. Do wish one of these was dead though. Man, that's a pretty bad punt. To be honest, that was pretty bad. Alright, I'm at 7. Another DRC, okay. Can I kill you through another Hydroblast if I draw the land? I did not draw the land. So I'm probably dead. It's unlucky. If I had a second Slingang, this game would be more doable. Yeah, so I sack 2 guys. So I gotta sack 2 tokens. And then they go to 13. I sack Matron. They go to 12. I go to 1. If they bolt, then I have to sack everything. So then I'm draining them for 6. They're at 9. I guess I have to get a Ringleader. And then Ringleader into Broadside. or something like that. And then maybe I attack here because I think there's no way they don't have Bolt. So like, I'm just sacking stuff anyway. I'll do this main phase. So they can't Bolt Sling Gang in response to the tokens. See if I can sign. Yeah, this one DRC living's kind of the whole game. Okay. And then I sack a ringleader just for 1 damage. If there's a good shot that I'm gonna have to do it anyway. I think I do. Moto's getting pretty laggy. Am I dead? It's a Bolt, just in general. Go to 10. No, I'm at 1. I'm at 1. So I can beat 1 Lightning Bolt, but not 2. Okay, I'm at 1. Imagine how easy this game would be if I was at like 7. Yup. Opponent probably has another Hydro Blast at this point. So I'm not sure I have outs. Brainstorm with the card on top? I'm dead. It's 5,000% Lightning Bolt. And they found the land. Or they probably had the second bolt and they needed the land, the red source. letting me untap. All right. Don't think that gives me any outs, but okay. I could draw Pyrokinesis for turn, and then uh, Ringleader into Boggart. All right. I mean, that's the card I needed. So I don't. I mean, they have another Hydroblast. Let's be real here. Maybe they can sign this. No. Yep. That's kind of tragic. That's pretty tragic. Yeah. All right, so we lost a Hydroblast. I could have won this game pretty handily if I just didn't play around days. It's kind of frustrating. Lesson learned, though. Don't play around the stupid days. If it means DRC dying, I think this is like my ultimate problem in Magic is I don't trust my instincts, and then I lose because I had the read and I don't. I kind of rationalize it as like a numbers thing when I should know that you can just have reads on people and that's how the game works. All right, I'm gonna restart Moto, and then I'll play two more matches. All right, I'm back. I think we're just gonna run back the same list. Don't really feel any need to change anything. Considering a null rod because I've seen a big uptick in the success of Painter, but two flutes still pretty good there. Am I keeping this? I'm kind of tempted. Ancient Tomb double Vial Wasteland. Hell yeah, let's do it. Get to Surveil. Not Blast Zone. Another land, perfect. Just what we wanted. Please wasteland me. Please wasteland me. Fuck. I'm gonna leave a vial on 2 actually, or 1 rather. Okay. I think surveilling is better than playing a Naked Bombardiers. This is probably Eldrazi. Oh my god, if I get Thought Not Seared. Oh my god, if I get Thought Not Seared, I'm gonna scream. Micasmon? Fuck, dude. That's frustrating. Matron? Um, I can cast most things. So sure. All right. Kind of put myself in a terrible position, huh? Don't think I'm paying Echo. All right, draws have been extremely bad. Really needed to just play the stupid. I guess I overcomplicated it. Should have just played the Bombardiers. Taking 2 damage to deal 2 damage, but player on Thought-Outs here is just like kind of straight up obvious. Kick. All right, Devour, sure. Let's get a Vial on 5. 5 and 3. Not what we're looking for. Mog War Marshal would be better here. Yeah. All right, so we need to draw Matron, Ringleader. Maybe not supposed to block there, honestly. Matron, Ringleader amongst us. Probably would. Honestly, the error doesn't really matter, given how we've drawn. Okay, we drew nothing. I kept a a pretty risky hand. God damn it. And drew mana sources after we kept a hand that was 100% mana sources. So, you know, you lose those sometimes. I guess we drew Sting Scourger. It's the only non-mana source thing we did. It's probably the worst spell in my deck. Let's do -1 Moxus, -1 Skirk. Battlecry's not very good in this matchup. Let's do this. Nope. Okay. It's like a passable 6. It's not very good, but... Turn Vial on the play is very good against Eldrazi. As long as you have stuff to follow up, which we did not last game, but you know. I knew that as soon as I kept the hand. And then the Thought-Outs here came down the singular turn in the entire game where I had a spell in my hand that I didn't cast. Fleshraker. Okay. Okay. So the risk to not wastelining their wasteland is if they do something like Flute My Vial or go like Ayavugan Petal. But wastelining their wasteland just doesn't seem that good to me. And this also might get them to wasteland me. I really want them to play Fleshraker. Well, it's just I want them to play the Fleshraker going into my Vial on 2. Alright, so I'm really hoping for no Lotus Petal. Son of a bitch. It's always Lotus Petal. Okay, well they can't fizzle me with Dismember, at least, because I have 2. That's cool. Matron's good draw. Do I kill this spawn token? Kind of tempting. I think I do. I want the game as small as possible while I have this file ticking up. Well, that's bad. That's very bad. Fuck. Come on. Well, that forces my hand, doesn't it? The natural blast zone. Okay. Let's get Bombardiers. And I will keep my vial. I'm actually gonna... Oh, they can wasteland me if I don't do it now. Okay. This is bad against Dismember, but... So they blow up my vial. Then I play Lackey. Micro Spawn. 1 ring. That's annoying, but potentially okay for me. Land is really nice. Okay. So let's Ringleader now. See if we hit a 2-drop. Fucking more 1s. That's so bad. They still have to spend the turn popping the Blast Zone, though. Okay, notably, it does not activate Blast Zone. Okay, Micro Spawn, everybody's favorite. Maybe I should have played 1 Lackey so they had to pop the Blast Zone. Because it's not like these Lackeys are really getting any better. That's weird sequencing. Okay. Alright, I guess we'll surveil. That's not bad. They probably named Bombardiers here. So then I can Ringleader in my upkeep. Because if they name Vile... Yeah, they name Bombardiers, okay. So now... we do this. Draw... Expert... I have 2 Muxus. I have equal numbers of 4 drops and 6 drops, and the 6 drops are better. That's a little comical. Yeah, I think we just gotta deal as much damage as possible with what we have. I do wish I'd played the Lackey, obviously. That would have been really good. Yeah, I should have played 1 Lackey. They're at 7. They go to 5. They gotta kill me before they die. I guess they can Flesh Raker me from 18 pretty easily. Grim Monolith. Okay. Good to know about if we go to game 3. Devourer, sure. That's fine. I think they're gonna die to their ring. If they don't wasteland me, I can dropkick them. Thought not. Okay, never mind. Yeah, okay. Playing Lackey would have won this game by a mile. That's frustrating. Okay, so they're going to 3. I can put them to 1. And make it so they can't tap the ring here. I do potentially put myself dead. Man, playing conservative with the Lackey is really bad. Really, really bad. This game's so winnable, man. They have 2 cards. They're going to go to 3 cards. They can draw 3 cards, but then they have to play. They have to kill me after... Yeah, okay. I'm attacking. So they have to find another One Ring or kill me. Okay, but they can't tap it. So this just stalls the game a turn. Ancient Tomb. Okay, they can use that. It's kind of annoying. I think I just block both. Keep my life total up. Muxus? Muxus? Wasteland. Okay. Wasteland on Blast Zone. Keeps these two alive. Wish I didn't block, kind of. Though I now am in a position where they can just like, if they can just produce blockers, then I lose. But they can't tap the ring, so they have 5 cards. It's tricky. They can't tap Ancient Tomb. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. I guess more Devourers just kind of wins because I blocked. Micah Spawn also kind of wins. Yeah, okay, I shouldn't have blocked. That was actually a huge mistake. I didn't think about, like, I actually need to deal the final point of damage. Yavimaya makes a lot of sense. Wow, I'm just not playing the Lackey out of fear of the Blast Zone is just so bad. I should have made them use that 3 mana, like, forever ago. Would have been a time walk. Nah, if Kozilek's Command. I'm pretty dead to Kozilek's Command, huh? Or Devour, sure. Alright, so we have to draw. We have to draw Muxus. Exactly, Muxus. And they wasteland me. Surely they wasteland me. Yeah. I win if I draw Pyrokinesis? Nope. Alright, now I'm pretty dead. Yeah, I'm actually, well, let's see. Alright, Fleshraker kills me. Mazavith, sure. Second Kozilek's Command definitely kills me. Looks like that's what it is. Devour also kills me. Alright. Alright, kind of threw that match, huh? No! It's the top card? Wow. Alright. Played that pretty poorly. I think I really tunnel visioned on the blast sound. Didn't even make them use it. It was so weird they just let me have the vial on 4 for 2 turns, though. Alright, let's try to get back on track, huh? Alright, Painter. Ooh, that's better than throwing the vial. I actually could wait on that. That's a mistake. Yeah. Okay. Gonna kill the shaman. Might get Furied here, but then we still have the vial. So opponent needs to find a Fury. Okay. Okay. A little awkward that we don't have anything to do with this lackey. But we have a lot of good draws here. And they're also taking a lot of damage this turn. Ooh, hello. Are they dead? I think they're dead. Six plus 5 plus... Yeah, they're just dead. Okay. Sometimes you draw 3 Bombardiers. Alright, I think I'll do the flutes. Cut that. Trim that. Cut that. Again, we're aiming for a more defensive posture against Painter. We'll keep a Sling Gang around for Ensnaring Bridge reasons. Sometimes you end up with like Trashmaster. I'll keep Dropkick for Fury reasons, I think. I just cut the other Prospector. Maybe on the draw, I'll cut the Dropkick and then bring it back in on the play. Alright, this hand's not very good, but it has a Pyrokinesis, so I'm kind of priced into keeping it, I think. It's bad against Saga, but... Alright, good against Goblin Welder. Alright, so we can Surveil on turn 1. Bombardier's a good draw. We're definitely pitching this Muxus. Petal. Saga. Don't want to see that. Grindstone. Alright. It's a little dicey. Wasteland? Trashmaster. Well, I can't really mill Trashmaster. Even though I don't really want to draw it right now. We potentially have a really strong turn next turn of Bombardiers plus Pyrokinesis. Okay. Ancient Tomb's pretty cool. I don't want to show them the Trashmaster because then it just gets needled. I want to do this. Make a token. Bolt. Bolt means they would have to give up a petal to make a construct. Plow, sure. I think I'm fine if they block. Kinesis here. I lose to Accelerant plus Painter if I Kinesis here. But that's just for that one turn. Then we're in the clear. I think that's worth it. Oh, they get to weld the paint. They get to weld the pedal back into play, so they don't even need the Accelerant. Okay. I think I have to let this go. My hand has a lot of action, so like I just need to not get comboed, I think. Okay, so they made us a construct. Okay. I can cast Muxus next turn. So that kind of leads me to do something different. I want to get the Trashmaster in play so that it's in play when the Muxus resolves. And then if they kill this Trashmaster, then I Pyrokinesis, kill both, and then blow up their Grindstone, and then they have nothing. So if they like cast Plow here, it's like really bad for them. Fable. Pretty free attack, yeah. Also, I realized I played Ancient Tomb last turn for no reason. Could just play the Wasteland. Cost myself 2 life. That's pretty good. Yeah, okay. I can expert that, shatter those 2, attack. Cool. All right. So that's 5 matches. Let's do one more just cuz I'm feeling it. So far I think I've not. I think there've been 2 matches I've punted. So we're what 4-2 today. Could be, or no, we're 4-3. Yeah, 4-3. Well, I 2-0'd off stream, so I'm 3-2. 3-3. Jesus Christ. Beat. Oops. Painter. Lost to Delver, Nadu, Eldrazi. Is that right? I've played 5 matches. So I'm actually I'm 2-3. But I've punted twice. Not great. But yeah, I think not playing the Lackey was just so obviously an error in retrospect. I need to force them to use the Blast Zone. Because I have the Bombardiers. Just like, I don't need anything else. I mean, also they needed to find their second One Ring. Like, Eldrazi plays 2 copies of the One Ring, and they found the second one when they're at 1 life. I also could have not blocked. Then what might have ended up happening? No, I would have died to the Kozilek's command no matter what. So I don't think there's any world where I get another turn to draw the Muxus. The Delver match was definitely pretty puntastic, though. The just player on the days was just bad. Should just hardcast the Seer Slicer. If they daze, then they pick up the land, and then I just pass. Or did they? No, I guess if they had the daze the whole time, then I can't beat daze plus Hydroblast. But I kind of doubt they would have dazed it with the Molten Collapse in hand. Alright, this hand's keepable because of the Pyrokinesis. So this is kind of interesting. Today has been a lot of like our hands without 1-drops keepable. If they don't have Ancient Tomb for like turn 2 Bombardiers. But like this one, I think is interesting because we got the Pyrokinesis as well, right? Flooded Strand, okay. So that means could be a lot of things at this point. Please do not stifle me. Please don't stifle me. I would be really sad. Oh, I'm totally getting stifled. God damn it. Draw 3-drop. Perfect. Let's just surveil immediately. I need to find... not that. The one time I don't do something on turn 1. Yeah. This is a turn 2 Dreadnought? No? Okay. Should have quit while I was ahead, huh? Tamio. Okay. Let's play around another Stifle. Let's get a basic. Imagine if I just had a Lackey or a Vial, huh? Oh, now they have turn 3 Dreadnought. Wow. Cool. Sick hand. Stink Scourger? Nope. Alright, we managed to hit like one of the worst matchups in the format. Completely unnecessary days. Now we have a shot because we could draw Sting Scourger, unless they have another days. Or a Stifle / Consign. Okay. Got Dreadnought cheesed with the Stifle. What else is new? Alright. Now Tamiyo, Pyrokinesis becomes good, and also with Curie, Pyrokinesis is decent. Do hate this matchup though. It's not as bad as it used to be. Curie kind of makes Expert good, which is a little bit of a tension because I would like to cut all these Experts. I'm just gonna cut all the Experts. They're just so awkward to cast. I can just stay to mono red if I cut them. So punished in kind of the worst possible way of like the way the handshake shook out, keeping a 7 without a 1-drop. Because if we get to go turn 1 Lanky, Pyrokinesis your Tamiyo, put in a thing, then we probably win. Maybe they had a plow though. Hand's non-functional. I guess. Skirk or Theater? It's Skirk. Maybe it's not though. No, it's not. That was a mistake. Because I would like to be able to play Matron on turn 2 around a daze. Okay. I guess this is preferable then, having the extra land. Kind of bet they wasteland me. Yep. Alright. Paid off. Great draw. Cavern, you're pretty good. Tamiyo? Ponder. Alright, so I'm matroning for Bombardiers, I think. If they daze the matron, I'm like a little bit sad, but I'm hoping it just resolves and then they just like dreadnought me and then they get blown out by Trashmaster. Okay. So this prevents them from playing Tamiyo, basically. Another Ancient Tomb would set up Amuxus pretty well. God damn it. Let's see, they hit the Wasteland or the Red Source? No, that's sad for me. Kinesis is a passable consolation prize. Maybe I should have gotten a 2-drop. Like Seer Slicer or Battlecry would be decent here. I have 4 power. Okay. Land? Reb is not terrible. So we stocked up quite a lot of interaction now. Force plus double Wasteland does prevent me from kind of functioning though. Thrall, dress down. I'm gonna Pyroblast that. You can try to bait them, but I think they have a more... It's usually wrong to do that, I think. Hey. Okay, they didn't have Plow. That's cool. They might be staring at Prismatic Ending. I wouldn't be surprised if this gets pending to this turn. Yep, called it. But that's the beauty of Seer Slicer. Land? Wasteland, nice. I'm not going to Wasteland them. Now we're only 1 land away from Trashmaster. Got a Plow. All right. Well, 7 turn clock. And we do have an answer to a Thrall or a Curie. Chalice. Chalice is pretty damn good here. Let's pull Force. It does. Force Pitch Stifle. All right, love it. Sting Scourger. Okay, so now we have a Dreadnought answer without needing to draw a 4th land. And if they go Dreadnought Stifle, we can Wasteland their Tundra before we Sting Scourger. They could just leave with Island, though. Skirk. All right. Skirk's not bad. This Matron Seer Slicer token are going the distance. now. Sure. This is a sort of a problem that this deck can have, where they just stall out on removal spells. Alright, opponent, you've decreased my clock. Let's draw a land. Get Trashmaster down. Nice. Don't think they have a fourth plow here. Oh, that's rough for them. Yeah. Forgot about the cavern. Okay. So yeah, that's a pretty normal way for how post-board games can play. Both players draw a bunch of interaction, and if they can't ram the Dreadnought through, then sometimes you just kill them with 1/1s. I do wonder about Magus. It's probably not good enough. I do wonder about Flute just on Dreadnought. Making Dreadnought cost 4 mana could be worth it. Like, a lot of my cards aren't very good in this matchup. Like Muxus is really bad. So hard to get into play, so hard to trigger, versus just like a kind of anti-cheese insurance, I think. You know, they cast Dress Down end of turn or Thrall end of turn, and then you just flash in Flute. Name Dreadnought. Buys you a ton of time at the very least. I guess they can consign it. It's kind of annoying. Maybe no Muxus is wrong. Maybe I have to be able to go, like, put him to the test. I guess Flute on Tameo is actually quite good. So, yeah, I'm happy with that, actually, because having another answer to Tameo that doesn't require Blast or Bombardiers is pretty good. Man. I have to keep this, I think, but it's really easy to get cheesed with this hand. This hand is just no. Mold of 5, okay. Mold of 4, okay. They need a pretty good 4. So this is definitely going to be a turn 1 Vial. Well, if they have mana open, we'll see. Maybe it's turn 1 Tameo. In case it's definitely Vial. Ponder, okay. Turn 1 Ponder on your Mold of 4. The problem is, I guess we'll see if I draw land, because I'm not actually playing around days because I have this stupid tap land in my hand, like always. So I might just be supposed to jam. Interesting. Hmm. Hmm. Now it's possible that I actually want this to get countered because then I can double spell on turn 2 if it does. Okay. The problem with Lackey is that you could like be attacking into Thrall. Well, Lackey would be pretty good here. Okay. Damn it. Okay. All right. I'm happy with my vial. Bombardiers is really solid. See if they daze this. Second Cavern. I want interaction. I think I'm good on mana. This one of Ringleader is actually looking pretty good here. So I guess if they go flip Tameo plus have Plow, I think this could get bad. They've used 2 cantrips, so they need a brainstorm. Okay, no brainstorm. So they probably have a stifle. They're probably going to spend that on this lackey. If they don't have a plow. They do have a plow, okay. So now they need a Hydroblast. Second Sear Slicer is pretty cool. They do have the Hydro. That's a bummer. Let's just do this now so we can have 6. They can sort of recover on cards with the Tameo, but like it's mana intensive. We can Ringleader next turn. Sacking a Goblin token. Did I leave my Vial on 2? Probably not. Okay. Okay. That's interesting. Yeah, I do leave my Vial on 2 now? I think I do, because I actually do want to... Okay. It's kind of nice, doesn't cost me the token. So if they have a Stifle for this Ringleader, I'm like a little sad, but it also means that they're just running out of cards and they're going to die to the board, I think. Now, unfortunately, I can't. I guess I could. I don't want to sack my ringleader to get the other Seer Slicer in play to make more tokens, because then I run the risk of. I don't want to get rid of any of my 2 power creatures because of Tamiyo. Now we're more or less in can't lose territory, I think. I guess if they did go like brainstorm, put a Dreadnought into play, consign the Matron trigger, then maybe we lose. Even then, I think I can probably block Dreadnought to death. Like we're making so many tokens every turn. Crack a clue. If they crack another clue, then they're dead. Okay. So they take 7, 9. They take 10 here. Okay. I could try to kill them, but I think I'm just not gonna play into anything. All right. So we brought it back to even. Played a little tighter there. Obviously, we got very lucky that they mulliganed to 4. Like, that's a tough matchup. I'm gonna call it for now. Thank you all for watching. I'm gonna keep doing this every so often. We'll see how this league finishes. Definitely a bummer, 3-0 into 3-2. But I just got I had some tunnel vision issues and didn't play my best, I think. And, that's Magic. You gotta play well. I haven't decided if I'm going to do... I got to check the Aether Drift release day, because if it's still a decent amount of time, then I'll probably do a sideboard guide for what I've got going on here. Otherwise, I'll wait until Engineer comes out, because I have a hard time imagining that card's not going to be playable. It looks pretty good to me. Like in that game, if the Seer Slicer just gets to make up like 2 4/4s, each Seer Slicer makes 2 4/4s, gives it haste. Like, how do you lose? All right. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe and like the video, and see you next time.